No matter we sports here, we got it covered. Subscribe and hit the notification bell.
Sports to the bone, people. We are back for another live show. Yeah, man, it's been a little while since we have had a live, but we are here to talk about how things are actually going in this T20 World Cup. So, as you know, yes, so we are back, my viewers and subscribers. We are here to talk about this West Indies squad winning all four group games and looking to take the Super 8 by storm. Yeah, man, we're going to talk a little bit. We're going to spend the next hour talking about what we have experienced so far and what we can expect going further down in the tournament. Just send your comments in, whatever it is that you want us to talk about as it relates to the T20 World Cup, whether it is West Indies or other teams. I'm sure that you all will have your opinions, you all will have your points that you need us to zoom in on. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to do much watch along since the T20 World Cup. But the good thing is I have been able to watch the games. So even though we're not doing live watch alongs, I am watching the games, and after the games, I can do some what you call it now reviews and stuff. So you know that I'm always hungry to hear your thoughts on the game. So out of this 1 hour that we're planning to do, I'm gonna spend probably um, 45 to 50 minutes out of it just reading comments, making sure that I take a look at everything that you all have to say. The first three games that we played, they were not high scoring games. I mean, the same can be said for all the teams. You understand? Um, it's just how the pitch is, and it's good. It's good to have competitive cricket. It's good to have bat versus ball, and not just have guys hitting a lot of sixes and fours and stuff like that. It's good to have the players actually thinking that they can get the better of each other. Well, it's good to have the bowlers thinking that they can get in the better of the batsmen. I have said before that quite a few of the players coming in from the IPL, they came expecting to dominate. And, it hasn't been like that. Let me know if you all can see me clearly. Looks a little bit dark on my end. Let me know if I need to probably turn the light up or something. Once you're able to see me, um, I am extremely dark in complexion, so I don't know if that's my reflection I am looking at there, but let me know. Let me know if you all can see me. All right, so let's turn to the comments. Jabez say hi. Yeah, man, blessings, Jabez. Good night, Sports with Bone. I was at the game last night. Really good performance by the West Indies. Peter, I really envy you right now. Unfortunately, I won't be able to see any of the games live, but I am happy for those who were able to experience that sort of atmosphere. You understand? Johnson Charles and Puran in the power play there and beyond, giving you all something to celebrate. And then, we had some excellent bowling from Obed McCoy and co to bring us across the line. As a Windies fan from India, I feel proud, says Jabez. Um, we're happy to have all the fans. You understand, from wherever you are. It's a possibility that we might meet. It's a possibility that West Indies and India might meet further down. You understand? Once we negotiate the Super Eights properly, we might meet. Yeah, Win Anderson, bless up, man. Who would you go with versus England, McCoy or Shepherd, and Hope or Chase? I actually have my playing 11 that I'm going to be putting out before the game. Probably stay with McCoy based on how he's looking. And I have already said it that I don't need three spinners in the team. I gave my explanation yesterday before the game. I gave my explanation yesterday before the game why I would play Chase over Hope. You understand? Sorry, why I would play Hope over Chase. Um, I know Chase can bat and he started off well for us, but I don't need the three spinners. And if Chase is playing, he's expected to he would be expected to bowl 4 overs. I don't really see the need for that on that pitch. And it proved that way last night. You understand? So I would probably go the same way. And probably would like to have Obed McCoy doing his thing again. But I will definitely give my playing 11 prior to the game. I am looking at the games and I'm jealous of those in attendance. I can say the same thing, man. I can say the same thing. Can you imagine watching that knock from Puran last night? I just imagine that 90% or majority of the crowd, they were really gutted for Puran taking that, getting that run out there, being run out. Yeah. All right. All the players performing. Yeah. Bless up, Williams. Bless up. Bless up. When is the England West Indies match? It's a good sight that Puran is getting in form. Hope he takes that form into the Super 8. I can see you. Okay, I can see you well. The power play was good for West. Okay. I'm going to zoom in on when we'll play the different teams. I actually have a video there to looking at the teams that we are playing and the dates and time. You know how I always do it. But it's good to see Puran getting into form. Coming from Trinidad and Guyana, well, Guyana and Trinidad, a lot of people were saying that, listen, Puran will probably come into the mix of things in St. Lucia, you understand, and the quicker wickets. Puran is known for that type of batting, he's not known to really settle down on pitches like Guyana. So he has the ability to do so, but we're expecting him to come good. Shepherd leave the squad to go and spend time with his family. He should be back today or by tonight. West Indies put out some information that, I did a video on it probably about an hour before I started the live here. His wife is, I don't know if I should say is or was, I don't know if she already had the baby, but, they were expecting and he went home to be with her. So I'm assuming that everything is done, that she already gave birth and he was there, because I see where CWR, they are saying that he's expected to be back with the squad today. And, so let us see. Good night. What about Hetmeyer? It's about time some game time. It's not Dalios are free for all in a grant. It's not really a free for all. You understand? It's not about time for players to get game time. It's not really like that. There's nothing written that everybody in the squad needs to play. It's not a warm-up series. It's not a warm-up series. It's not practice series. It's the T20 World Cup. And if you have what you call a winning combination going, then especially the spot that he would play, right? He would come in for Rutherford. I think it was the third game I was saying that I would give Hetmeyer go in that, and Rutherford happily shut me up, right, with a very good knock. So it's not about giving him a go or about time for him to get a game, right? He had years to really establish himself in as a top order batsman. He chose a route of finishing. Well, he has the ability to do both, but that is what he's doing. So he just needs to battle it out with the other guys. Whenever he gets in, then he needs to perform and hold the spot. But it's not about time for anybody to really get game time like that, unless we have a long string of failures. And, I see where people saying that Hetmeyer needs to come in and open. And I am a fan of Hetmeyer. Those who have been watching me for years will be able to tell you that I'm a fan of Hetmeyer. But I'm also not a fan of foolishness, right? Man is not an opener. I have said it before, Shea Hope is the secondary opener if anything happens. Man hasn't opened in any form of cricket like that. You understand? So to take him and put him to open just because you want him to get game time, and it's not a strategy where you think it's gonna work. I don't have any I don't have anything for that. So Maka will start tomorrow. Let us see. Good night. Hope is averaging 21 runs in T20 with a strike rate of 125. Chase is averaging 31 runs with strike rate of 131. Chase can also bowl. What makes more sense of the two? I've already said it, Sherwin, but I cannot argue or convince you. You know, we have been back and forth. You and I have been back and forth with this whole average and thing like that, right? You know, you're the man that's saying that people like Brandon King and them guys need to be out of the squad, and 4-day people that pull in 4-day cricket should be in. You might be right, but I've already given my opinion why Shea Hope plays. So far, good West Indies, all right. Like West Indies rotated the strike last night. That is true, Williams. We saw the guys deliberately trying to rotate the strike. If Puran opened for us, he could put up good scores more often. I mean, he bats at number 3. Usually he will come in the power play. You understand? It's not very often we have both our openers batting out the power play. You understand? So let us see. After the World Cup, we might have somebody stepping up to open. You understand? Somebody that is technically good. Somebody that, they are good at power hitting, but they are good at rotating strike. I saw where somebody was suggesting Rutherford, and I had said that, listen, he has the technique, he has all of that. So let us see what's going to happen after the T20 World Cup. You know, we have franchise cricket, we have CPL, we have T10s that these guys, are playing, different leagues that we can try them out on. We have international games that we can probably try stuff, but I am not saying that I'm not open to trying things, but not in a tournament like this. All right, this is the first time I've seen Puran played measured innings like that. All right, do you think Ambrose? Boy, Emery, that's why I'm saying Sherwin is my very good supporter, and he has been supporting me for years. But I find it difficult to really debate with Sherwin because I like to debate, and that is why the comment section is always open so we can debate. But when the points are very, very far off, I find it difficult. For example, Sherwin would say that Sunil Ambrose and Odin Smith and a couple of other guys should easily be in our T20 squad. And, people like Brandon King and Andrew Ross and them guys shouldn't be in. I find it difficult to really convince. Well, I am not in the business of convincing, but I find it difficult to try and debate. USA fairy tale time has come to an end. There's no way America is going to beat any test team in our group. Why, Jason? I wouldn't say that. Let us wait and see. And it's really strange. Most of you guys would know that I am, based on where I am staying now. The cricket is not too popular here, and I have a lot of people sending me messages and saying that they heard that US is doing well. They heard that US beat Pakistan. They heard that US beat this team. They heard that US is doing this in cricket. And, you can imagine, especially if they go out and beat a test team in this round. I wouldn't put it past them. It's just that I don't want it to happen. You understand? I don't want it to happen. It would be, I would have to have some awkward conversations. India versus West Indies final. All right. Is West Indies have the most ball percentage? I haven't checked the other teams, but it's a strong possibility because in the group stage, remember we were soaking up like 53 or 54 dot balls and stuff in games, so it's a possibility. I'm surprised that Brandon King make no runs in the World Cup yet. Yeah, man, I am definitely surprised. We haven't gotten anything from him. He was our leading opener concrete opener coming in. So we are definitely hoping that he will come good. Want Captain Rahman Powell to make runs in the Super 8. Yeah, Rahman Powell has chipped in with some runs, a couple of 20s to help tick along stuff. But as you said, he definitely needs to give us some big runs. It depends on what time he's batting, when he's batting. But I've always said that if you're batting in my top 5, you're playing as a specialist batsman, you need to be scoring runs. And the captain is not excluded from that. Sherwin, do you still think Ambrose should start? Ambrose and Sinclair have over 100 strike rate in 4-day game. Okay. Rutherford sounds good for the next opener. You're right. And what Armstrong is, I can't even take credit for this idea. Somebody suggested it, and I was just saying, based on his technique and the fact that he has shown that he has temperament, the fact that he has shown that he has good temperament, I just jumped on that train. That is not my idea, Why Rahman Powell and Rutherford don't bowl. Rahman Powell hasn't bowled in a long time, I remember when he left and was working on his game, was learning to play spin basically before he came back as captain. Wasn't bowling. Not sure what the issue is. Sheffield Rutherford, I know, he's a bowler. He's a good bowler. Even in the last CPL, Ian Bishop and a few other commentators were saying that they definitely need to invest in Sheffield Rutherford's bowling from the if he's even from a franchise level first, because he could be that 6 bowler that you're looking for. Yeah, he's gonna make it. He can make a team as a specialist batsman, and then it would be nice to have him bowling. Sports to the bone. I'm amazed. Sports to them. I am amazed the cricketing brain that you have. You selected the team to play against Afghanistan, and you were spot on. A way to see a team you think should play England. As I said in the comment section when you said this morning, sometimes it's just stumble upon it. So, some people think that I have connections and stuff, but I am thinking that I am not going to say that I'm logical more than anyone else, but I look at it from the point of view that Darren Sammy is there. Darren Sammy's opinion will carry weight, and he will pick the team based on what he's seen and not emotions. And sometimes when I am calling it, I try to go off that, and it just so happens that I got that one right. So, and as I always say, this is not me predicting the team that will play. It's just a case of me looking at the squad and saying what 11 I think could be the best combination. So even when I end up with the same 11, I don't even really say, boy, I got it right, because it's not like I was trying to predict it. It was just me saying what combination would be the best. But thanks for the compliments about that cricket brain there, Some people think otherwise. All right. Based on the numbers. Sherwin said debate based on the numbers. And I won't debate based on the numbers, Sherwin. I told you how much time, man. I give you the winnings, my brother. The numbers never lie. Sinclair should have been in the T20 squad. And I give you the winnings, my friend. I give you the winnings. Same thing with Sunil Ambrose. You're right. You're right, man. Based on numbers, Evan Lewis is our best opener. All right. Sports to the bone. We have to discuss the elephant in the room. What are the leaders in the team's selection going to do with Shepherd and McCoy? Does Shepherd batting bring another asset that McCoy bowling lacks? And I think they would have to look at the pitch for this one now. This is where they would look at the pitch and say whether or not they are going to need that backup batter. Is that even a way of speaking? They are going to have to look at it, and they are going to say, probably it's a good batting wicket, so we might trust our top 7 batsmen. Russ will be batting at 7. They might say, all right, let's trust the 7 batsmen and bring Obed McCoy as the extra bowler there to work. But this was asked earlier. I can't give you a good answer because it's tough. I've always said that when a man is in the team and he's rested, once if he just get rested or something where he has to leave and he's not drop based on performance, then you would expect him to come back in. But then it depends on the pitch. I have said it before. It's the same way I said that Rastan Chase, I wouldn't play him in that game because I would need the three spinners. It's the same way I could look and say Romaro Shepherd, we definitely wanted him in the first couple of games because we saw how the pitches were playing, and he's good at changing pace, good at doing all of that. But for this game, you probably need that out and out quick, somebody that is quicker than him, that still has the ability to bowl some slower ball, and Obed McCoy is quicker, has the ability to change it up. So they might factor in all of these things, it's tough to say. It's tough to say, my friend, How come Daniel Doram has not played a game for Netherlands in the World Cup? You know that I actually didn't even remember that he was named in the Netherlands squad. I mean, being named in a squad don't necessarily mean that you're going to automatically get into the playing 11. They probably think I wasn't following them, to be honest. So to say that, listen, he should have played. I wasn't following it that closely. Shepherd should be in for McCoy. I will play Hetty for Hope. When we go Barbados, I drop Hetty. All right. Gabriel, numbers. Evan Lewis is our best opener. Yes, he is our best player based on his numbers. Chris Gayle is also our best opener based on numbers. Based on numbers, Chris Gayle is also our best opener. Right? But what? Chris Gayle hasn't played any sort of competitive cricket for years, not in any form. Those who have been following will be the first to tell you. Sports to the Bone is a big Evan Lewis fan. Big fan. I have said it several times. If you can average 31 or 32, whatever it is, in T20 cricket opening, you are top tier. You are top notch. I have said it several times. The man hasn't performed in the last couple of CPLs. Last Super 50 had to leave because of injury. Got called up for the West Indies thing the other day, declined. What should we have done? Pick him up and put him in the team still. Then we could do the same thing with Chris Gayle then, man. Chris Gayle is the best opener we have ever produced in T20 cricket. So maybe we should do the same thing for Gayle, right? We can't really look at things like that, When last we see Evan Lewis play any good cricket? The last two CPL was nothing. Hasn't played any international cricket to perform. Didn't do anything in the Super 50. How you going to pick up a man like that and play him? Andre Fletcher, Johnson Charles, all these openers that we have, Kyle Mears, all these openers that we have, I will be the first to say, Evan Lewis in form is better than all of them opening. But Chris Gayle is also in form better than all of them opening. But if you're going to go back for Evan Lewis, you can almost go back for Chris Gayle then. Yeah, we have to reason the thing, man. You understand? We don't have to reason the thing, man. We can't make the thing look so. You guys need to realize that West Indies has a lot of talent. Just because someone is on the bench doesn't mean they are not good enough. We have lots of options. That is true. Being on the bench doesn't mean you are good enough. It just means that guys that got the opportunity and they are out there, they are performing. So they probably won't be dropped, won't get dropped for you. It could also mean that you got a good stretch or a long run in the team, didn't perform, and you are now on the bench. In the sense that they say, listen, this man can come good at any time, so we're not going to throw him away. Let's keep him on the bench. So it's one or two things. Either you're a bench player or you were in the team, didn't do anything, got dropped, but you are still talented. Different ways. Bless up, Jay. Bless up. West Indies head-to-head with England, T20s. You don't have to worry about that, Williams. I don't have that on hand, but you know that. You're going to get that before the game. Don't worry yourself. You're going to get that before the game, man. Head-to-head for West Ham against England. Head-to-head for all the teams that we set to play. You know I'm going to have that ready before the game and up. USA cricket team will produce some good batsmen going forward due to the amount of move in those conditions. All right. Will Shamar Joseph get a game in the World Cup? I don't know. If needs be, he will. I doubt it's a case of them trying not to get him a game. I think I had him in for Alzari Joseph in yesterday's game. Though I had a couple of changes, but I got the Shamar Joseph one wrong. If you're looking at me saying that I was predicting, I had him in that game, but Alzari, he's still there, so they're probably not, especially based on what he did against New Zealand, being the vice captain again, they're not going to drop him like that. You understand? And he's the out and out quick that I am assuming Shamar would have to come in for. How the Super 8 work when it comes to the top 3 teams? All finish on 6 points. Will it get off head-to-head or net run rate? When I read the thing, I don't remember seeing this part, so I don't want to give misinformation, but I would probably say it's net run rate. Even though I'm not sure if they would do that in the Super 8, but I would say the safe bet is that. I'm going to try and do something else, something again, going through how the Super 8 works before the game, before tomorrow's game. Hopefully I can get it in. I don't have that one straight off the top of my head, but I will, you're somebody that is always tuned in, so I will definitely get it. Pollard going to spill all the secrets to help England, but it won't matter. Well, I mean, that is what he's there for. He's a coach. He's there to give them insights. So let us see. Let us see. Whatever secret Pollard has, it's there on tape for everybody to see. These guys are all international cricketers. So the techniques and all of that of the players, people will have them on tape. Pollard would provide good insight on the conditions and stuff like that, though. I have always said that I rate Pollard as a good captain, so he's probably going to have some good information, as I said. Shout out to Lita Sprite. Not too sure what you're talking about. I thought the batters were more sensible and rotated strike more this time in the middle overs against Afghanistan spinners when they were bowling well. I agree. I definitely agree. Sports to the bone. Sammy doesn't pick the starting 11. He assists the captain. Okay, Sharon. Okay. England are good batters against spin. Okay. What a ball from Afghanistan player to step. To stop Puran 100. Cummins said it was thrown from 17 meters from the boundary. It's the only way Puran could not made his 100. Well, Jason, Supernova and a couple other guys in the comments were saying today we have to give credit when the opponents do well, and it was a good throw. But I was here watching it with a friend, and the same time I said to him that no, that I know two runs that. The ball traveled too fast, man. You understand? I understand. I know that sometimes you hit the ball like that and you put the field under pressure and they fumble. But they're putting them under pressure doesn't mean they're going to fumble. There's no guarantee that they're going to fumble. You understand? I agree that it was a good throw though to get rid of him. And I am thinking that to how fast the ball traveled to the fielder, even if the ball went straight to the wicketkeeper on one bounce, I am thinking he would have effected that run out. If we look at Puran in the frame, I am thinking that even if the ball went to the keeper, I had to collect it and then effect the run out. Once he wasn't too wide, I think that he probably still wouldn't have made it. You understand? That's how hard the ball was hit. But I just one of them things, the match should be exciting tomorrow. Yeah, West Indies should play the same 11. All right. Sherwin should be head coach. Sammy has all the info. Well, I won't even say that still, because I myself like to give information and I don't have the info. But, as I said, Sherwin and I, we sort of see cross-eyed when it comes to certain things, not necessarily eye to eye. What does Ken Crafton do in St. Lucia as head curator that the rest of the region can't replicate? Seriously need 9 more of that St. Lucia across these countries. Balance for batters and bowlers. I'm wondering if it has anything to do with the I don't know. I mean, you would expect the head curators to be producing wickets at the same level. I don't know if it has anything to do with the conditions there. Listen, I am not good when it comes down to geography. I'm not an expert or anything, but I don't know if the soil has changed over a period of time. I don't know if it's a case where Guyana and Trinidad they have produced so many spinners so that they have. I don't even know if this makes sense because they have produced seamers also. I was gonna say I don't know if it's a case of them producing good spinners, so they have become accustomed to preparing the wickets like that. You understand? As you know, I don't know if that even make any sense because I am sure they would have told them what type of pitch to prepare. You understand? It's just that over the years that is what is happening. Shepherd is not a specialist bowler. We should continue with Obed. Sports at the Bone, I haven't been one of your biggest fans since COVID. Sports at the Bone, okay, I have been one of your biggest fans since COVID. Very good job on your podcast. Big up blessings, Jason. I definitely remember the name from all those years ago when 2020, 2021, when I was in my living room in Jamaica, just starting to make these videos. Yeah, man, I definitely remember the name from them time, you know. Time for King to come good against England. That game will be the true test whether we will win this tournament, as they can match us with 6 hitting. And here comes Daniel with a good point as per usual. They definitely can match us with 6 hitting, and you know they have bowlers that can trouble us also. Also, this might sound dumb, but do the reserve players train with the squad and fly around with the team? I haven't seen any of them in a single training video. Thought I would have seen one of them by now. So the thing is, probably because we are hosting the tournament and they are not like 18 hours away by flight, you know, they probably just keep them at their base. But you would definitely want to know that they are training and staying at a level just in case. You understand? So it's a possibility that they are in camp somewhere where under CWI watch under the you know. I don't know this answer and I'm just reasoning. Probably if it was in India or one of them places where they have to fly hours, they would maybe have them in and around. But the fact that we're hosting, they are probably, you know, having net sessions, having stuff like that, keeping themselves busy. Would be good to be practicing with the team just the same, because it would be good just the same, you know. So this is me just going around in a circle behind my tail. I don't know the answer. I don't know the answer. But I haven't seen any of them either. If we beat England and USA, then we qualify for the semifinals, so we can make some changes against South Africa. All right, West Indies looking like the team to win the team is functioning like a well-oiled machine. With our sports to the bone, what is going on with Odin Smith and Kimo Paul? These two guys should be around the team because Charles and Russell don't have much time. Again, maybe next year they retire. So the thing is, you know, Charles and Russell and these guys don't have any weight on those guys not being around the team. You know, their performances and their fitness level, in my opinion, is what is causing them to not get a look in. Kimo Paul was there with the squad recently, you know. Odin Smith, I don't know. You understand? I can't tell you because this is not the first year asking this. I can't tell you anything about Odin Smith or Kimo Paul. One thing I will know about Kimo Paul is that, you know, there's a lot of fitness issues the youngster you know, has to deal with and stuff like that. Odin, I don't know. The last thing I heard about Odin Smith is that he was traded to the new T20, the new CPL team, the Antigua team there. I don't remember if they are called the Antigua Falcons, but he was traded to that team. That's the last thing I hear. Fletcher is in Grenada playing T10s. Okay, all right. I think we should stay with Hope. All right. Oh, I always assume they flew around. Thanks. Yeah. It will be a high-scoring game between West Indies and England. All right. I don't know why people talk about Lewis walking in the team. It's been done before and didn't work. He walked straight into the 2022 World Cup squad and team and showed no form and completely failed. Plus, he wasn't even fit at the time. And I had a big problem with it. I didn't even remember. I had such a big problem with it. And I have said it before, I like Lewis as a player, but Man, you shouldn't even come remind me of this and upset me. The man wasn't even fit. Uh, I doubt the man. What was it again? Was it IPL? He was playing. He was playing something, and he was out for. He was out because of injury. Wasn't playing for a long time, and then they brought him in. You know, I don't even want to go back down that road. You know, not to sound insensitive, but but I know Shepherd went to get a seat, child be born. But the way McCoy played, he took his opportunity. So Shepherd needs to sit the next few games out, says Henry. All right. Probably that's going to happen, Maybe that's going to happen. Sports to the board. Whatever happened to our Trini friend Sheldon Smith? He used to be on here 24/7. No, I don't see him anywhere. Not sure if you have heard from him on social media or not, but he's missing on the phone. I haven't seen him in a long, long time. And I was wondering if it had anything to do with illness or anything. I mean, I remember in the CPL, we had some tussling back and forth. I didn't see him for a while. He boycotted the channel, especially when right before the Bravo situation. I think it was he boycotted the channel for a while, and I was wondering if he was good. But then I saw him on another platform, so I was saying, he's probably okay. I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him anywhere. You understand? I pay attention to my platform on Sportsmax. Sometimes I would see him commenting under the Sportsmax stuff. I haven't seen him under there in a while. I don't know about other platforms, but I haven't seen him here. I haven't seen him there. So I hope he's good. I haven't seen him in a while. You understand? I hope he's good. When the Bravo situation came in, he boycotted all cricketing platform in the Caribbean. So I am hoping that he's healthy and okay. To me, from tomorrow's game, Chase will be back in the 11 and McCoy stays. I think this 11 will be too for. I think he's saying too good for England. I'm from Grenada, and Fletcher isn't dominating one of our regional tournaments, T10 or T20. All right. McCoy over Shepherd for now in St. Lucia. I think Chase comes back in tomorrow. Can't afford to face England with just 5 bowlers. Not sure about Shepherd, though. McCoy has created quite a dilemma. Also, Hope looked really good. Mm-hmm. You feel Andre Rossi is going to play for us after the World Cup? I doubt it. I think after the World Cup, that is probably it. He had said that after the World Cup, if they needed him, you understand, he would be there. But I think we're going to have a couple of changes going on. He's probably not going to be touring all over the place, but he might be available for a couple of games. You understand? I doubt he's going to be going on to the next World Cup, so it might not be there might not be any need to keep him. You understand? But once he's still performing at franchise cricket and he wants to play, then all the other guys need to do is just outperform him, and the Odin Smith and the Kemo Paws and all these other all-rounders, all they need to do is just outperform him in franchise cricket and they will get in. What Shamar's chances of cracking the top 11? SPI, it's tough, especially with Azari Joseph giving us that bowling performance against New Zealand. It's difficult. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, especially knowing that England, they are not afraid of pace. I mean, pace can get anybody out, but those batsmen, they are not afraid of pace. And with the lack of experience, it could work against us. I'm not saying that he doesn't have the ability. He has the ability, he can come and do all of that. You understand? I was looking for him to get a go against Afghanistan, but going in the Super 8, I doubt they're going to leave our most experienced pace bowler in Alzari, and I don't see us playing the two of them. With Russell offering good pace and control, I don't see him getting in right now. You understand? And even worse, Obed McCoy has experience and he brings that left arm variation, so it's probably going to be even tougher. Sports to the bone, I feel Brandon King needs a rest. Let Charles and Rutherford open the batting and let Hetmeyer bat in Rutherford's spot because he looks out of form. So this is my thing. if we are going to drop our no, our frontline opener in Brandon King, it would have to be for Shea Hope, in my opinion, who is the secondary opener. Um, and let Rutherford stay at 6. But I hear you. I'm just reading your opinion, but I'm just giving you my opinion. In answering. If we're going to rotate King or any other opener or Charles, in my opinion, it has to be Rutherford. Hitmeyer hasn't batted 20 balls in a long time. If it comes down to the point where we don't only need him to come and swing, will he deliver something that we saw from Rutherford against New Zealand? I don't know. Shea Hope can probably easily slot in and do what needs to be done at the top. But if we pick Rutherford and put him up and put Hitmeyer in the number 6, Hitmeyer hasn't batted 10, 15, 20 balls in a long time. Will he just come and play that innings? Will he just switch back into that sort of a player where he comes and bat and make 50 or 60? Not saying Rutherford is always guaranteed to do that, but we have already seen it in the tournament. So why would we run a risk like that? We have seen that we have, the team is capable of losing a lot of early wickets, and then Rutherford, Russell and Shepherd and them guys basically save us in the back end. Somebody who was Shepherd, Russell, and Hussein and these guys, they're not going to bat 50, 60 balls and thing very often. Rutherford will do it. You understand? Hitmeyer hasn't done that in a while, so I don't understand how we would do that. I hear you still. Once West Indies contain Archer, England main bowler, we good to go. What I say? I hear you. Hi, good night, Sports in the Bone. West Indies team will play in the final and lose no games in the tournament. Mark my word, West Indies team will be the team in the world that win a World Cup on home soil. Will be the first team. And I would definitely want to see that. I would be happy to see that. I saw Hayden Walsh Jr. playing in the England T20 Blast. This is the question for Supernova. Since you have a great knowledge in cricket, who are your predictions for the semis? Sports to the Bone, your comments too. This is my thing, I don't like to change up and make predictions during the tournament. I like to stick with what with my original thing. I don't want to switch up while we're going along. So my initial thing before the tournament, I think guys on here will correct me if I'm not remembering right. I think I had said West Indies, India, South Africa, and Australia. I had said that England, being defending champions, they would stand a good chance, but I was thinking that they wouldn't make it. So I'm going to stick to it. So I'm going to say England. I'm going to say West Indies, India, Australia, and South Africa. I know South Africa, they have a tendency to choke. You understand? And I know England, it sounds silly leaving out England, but I'm going to stick with it. Did you see the thing with Harris Rolfe and the fan in USA? Very heated incident. Rolfe released a statement that he will always protect his family if he must. So I don't know if the fan called him a bad word. No, I didn't see it. I didn't see it at all. Sports to the Bone, I love this setup, but you need to lower the camera angle a little bit because the comments cover your face. Oh yeah, I see. But I don't know. Can you see it now? Let me know if I can. Let me know if I can see. All right. Any latest news on the Big Rock Sports to the Bone? I haven't heard anything. I'm not sure what's going on. Unfortunately, the Big Rock, he didn't have a good 4-day. Well, I shouldn't even say good, but based on his standards, it wasn't an outstanding 4-day championship for him. And we have already seen what's happening with Moti and Sinclair where this, being the frontline spinner is concerned. They are the ones that will probably, well, not even probably. Sinclair is the one that was listed to go to England. So I'm not sure what's going to happen. I believe Alton Crafton, head curator of the Darren Sammy Cricket Ground, should be one of the people writing the curator's course. I agree. Well, I haven't been tracking him or anything like that, but this was a good pitch. But you see this thing with the curator course, I don't know what's wrong with CWI now. I've said it before that these are things that they need to teach, They need to teach, and I'm talking from experience. They need to teach these things. I have said it, the University of West Indies, Michael University in Jamaica, GC Foster College of Physical Education and Sport in Jamaica. I don't know about the other sports colleges in the Caribbean. But these are colleges that prepare coaches, physical education teachers, and people like these, And you go through without getting anything, And sometimes I say stuff and people think I'm just making things up. I know this for a fact. I did when I was going to GC Foster, I did 2 years of specializing in cricket as a course. And I mean, God bless the late Gibbs Williams. We did a few things, but there's nothing there apart from us, doing cricket as a course, because we will have to teach it or coach it as physical education teachers. There's nothing. And I am sure that colleges and universities would take on something like this. I mean, not a lot of people will pay and say they are going to be a curator, but I think it is a course that should be merged with universities that are producing physical education teachers and cricket coaches, because you don't learn anything. You don't learn anything where that is concerned. I mean, you learn the art of the game. You learn the different rules. You learn how to coach people, to bat and to bowl, but you don't learn them stuff there. You understand? Sports at the ball, when I look at team, it looks like a group of winners. Everyone complements each other. All right. Alrighty. Yeah. What a pitch we had in St. Lucia. Oh yeah. Afghanistan will win the World Cup. Let us see. Afghanistan going in the, even before the tournament started, I named Afghanistan as my dark horse. So I had those 4 teams that I named earlier, and Afghanistan as the dark horse. Their bowling is good, even though we got 200 against them. But the batting. Once you get Zadran and Gurbaz early, you understand, you probably only need to worry about Mohamed Nabi. Is it Nabi and Omazazi? Only a few batsmen. You understand? The openers are the dangerous ones. So that is why a lot of people not really fearing them too much. The bowling is good, but the batting. Sports at Bone, we miss your watch along last night. Yeah, I watched the game, I watched the game, but I didn't get a chance to do a watch along. I'm going to try for tonight. Yeah, for tomorrow evening. I can't promise you. I'm watching the games, but I've said it before, the dynamics of the family has changed somewhat. You understand? And my regular viewers and subscribers will understand what I'm talking about. So while I'm able to watch it, I won't be able to sit and watch and just talk. I have to be moving around and doing stuff and thing, Whatever happened, it's clear that Sammy has a special ability to create championship mentality in a team. A lot of credit must go to him and Ravman for our rise to number 3. I agree. Sports Bone, what's your thoughts on the World Cup so far? On one hand, I have seen people say it's worst ever because of the low scoring, and the next are saying that being exciting because of the associate and close games. So this was my analysis halfway through. I would say probably halfway through the first round, and I think I will stick by it. I think it's a good World Cup so far. You understand? I think it's one where bat and ball is actually in competition. You understand? I think most people, having just moved from watching the IPL, they were expecting 200 120, 230 every game or every other game. So people will probably have an issue with that. You understand? But I have said it. 120, 130, if it's competitive, I have no problem with it. You understand? It's not only a batting sport, it's a bowling sport. So bowlers need to feel as if they are not up against it at all times. You understand? And the next part with the associate nations, they have matched up. I won't say match up because we see some of them getting bowled out for under 100, but the same thing happened with New Zealand. You understand? So they have stood to the test, and it's not probably the most entertaining World Cup we have seen, but in my opinion, it's good. Yeah, man, it's good. It's good. Me not lie, it's good. Coming from watching the IPL, and people were probably expecting the big scores, but it's probably refreshing to a lot of people because some of the same guys were saying watching the IPL that IPL boring now, man. It's just a one-sided thing. So it's good to see a little split. Azar is not consistent. He bowls way too much short balls. If he doesn't get it right tomorrow, he will cost us the game. I agree about the short ball issue. He bowls a lot of short balls, and I have tried to analyze it before that. When you are the main seamer, it can be a case of the captain asking you to give him a couple of trying to rough up the batsman, bowling some short stuff. But my issue is even when the pitch is not right for it, it's happening. So that is why I question whether or not it's a plan or by the captain to and the senior players to do that. You're right though. You definitely don't want to bowl a lot of short stuff to England like that. It's hard to be a 90 miles per hour bowler, get every single over right. Strike bowlers will go for runs, but more important to take wicket. The spinners will deal with England middle order. You're right. You're right. Bowling 90 miles per hour. When I was interviewing O'Shane Thomas, he said it. Bowling like that, you get a couple of outside edge 4-6 in no time. You see your bowl 3 overs, 30 runs. But I will counteract it with something. Lucky Ferguson bowled 4 overs, 4 maidens yesterday. Was it? Was it yesterday or the day before? I didn't see it, and I actually saw a picture and posted it on the platform here. Was it Lucky Ferguson who bowled 4 overs and got 4 maidens? Never seen anything like that in my life. But you're saying the spinners will have to come in. We have like 8 minutes to go. 200 and odd viewers, 178 viewers, and only 20 odd likes. Come on, people. You all can let me come on and reading and talking for 1 hour straight and don't give me at least 100 likes. Come on, man. Get it up, man. All right, if Brandon King failed tomorrow, they should drop him and make Hope open and put Chase or Hetmeyer in the middle. If they're bringing in Brandon, if they're going to rotate Brandon King, I have no problem with Shea Hope batting. I have no problem with Shea Hope opening. Before the World Cup, I predicted West Indies, Australia, India, and South Africa for the semis. It seems as if we had the same prediction, man. West Indies, Australia, India, and South Africa. Yeah, those were the 4 that I think those were the 4 that I went with. Yeah, man, I was saying that even though England is powerful, I was saying they probably were going to fell short. They were probably going to fall short. Why are people still asking for Hetmeyer to play? There is no place for him in the final 11 except through injury. If we beat England tomorrow, we are basically through to the semis, as I can see us losing to US. But if we lose tomorrow, the other 2 games become a must win. Tomorrow is it for me. West Indies, South Africa, or England, India. West Indies, South Africa, or England, India, and Australia. All right. First thing we should do is get Moeen Ali out straight away, as they might promote him. Yeah, depends on how things going. Depends on how they are playing. They usually send him up as a pinch hitter depending on what's happening, especially if they already have a right-hander at the crease. Do you think Nicky P is going to be the top run scorer? What do you mean, for the game tomorrow or runs? What do you mean? Or for the tournament? I don't. What do you mean? probably will get, I mean, he's still in good form. It's a pitch that will provide runs. You understand? England will bring some pace. It's gonna be fun to watch them against Jaffa Archer. So let us see. Sports to the bone, I would rest King tomorrow and let Hope and Chase open. And rest Chase also, unless, Hope and Charles open and rest Chase also and let Hetmeyer bat at 7. We don't know their spinners against England. We need plenty batting against England. All right, I hear you. Good night, one of the most popular sports program. Nothing wrong with the camera. You are too comfortable. I will play the same team. Boy, yeah, man. I get kicked out of the studio for a while. West Indies spinners will damage England middle order, especially Moti. England don't play Moti good at all. All right. The test squad don't look strong for me. Batting looks weak. Yeah, when they sent out the squad, I was thinking the same thing about the batting. But who are the batsmen though? Who are the batsmen that should have been there? Remember a couple of these guys, they get asked, and they're just not going. I'm not sure if Brandon King and Shea Hope that people are asking for. Brandon King played the 4-day championship the other day, didn't finish off because of injury. Shea Hope, we see what's happening with him these days, getting a lot of T20 contracts. This is my question. Who are some of the, I know we're dealing with this with the World Cup, but who are some of the players that should be playing in the who are some of the batsmen that should be going with that test squad? Semi-finals, West Indies versus Australia, and semi-final 2, India versus England or South Africa, and the final, West Indies versus India. All right. We're so fickle-minded. Charles hitting and missing, drop him. King not performing in 2 games, drop him. Be patient with the players. Here comes Sheldon. I also saw today on Twitter that Sir Wes Hall met with Virat Kohli, 2 greats of the game, young and old, linking up for miles away. Want to see more of this World Cup? Let's promote our game. Yeah, man, I saw it on Facebook. I saw the picture on Facebook with Virat Kohli taking a photo with Sir Wes Hall. Yeah, man, bless up, Kevin, bless up. We have 3 minutes to go, and I'm trying to get in as many as I can. On a day when the batting is bad, the extra bowlers to defend a lower total would probably add more value than the extra batter could add. So I would keep Obed McCoy. He was good at this ground. All right. I don't think West Indies fans are used to this feeling in the last 5 years, where the team is doing so consistently well in a massive tournament that there are nothing to be miserable and complain about. Yeah, it's been a while, man. It's definitely been a while. How the Super 8 works. So for the Super 8, everybody will play each team once. So we have 4 teams, right? And they will play each other once. The top 2 teams will move from the Super 8. Right? The top 2 teams will move from the Super 8. Don't worry yourself, man. I'm going to have a video coming out tomorrow before the game, reading the rules again and explaining stuff. Once I am finished here, I'm probably going to do a couple of videos to put out before the game tomorrow. My predictions and philosophy about Darren Sammy's retirement. He will remain West Indies all-time winning coach for the West Indies. All right, I hear you. McCoy must play. He bring much to the bowling lineup. You feel we win the World Cup, will go to number 1 in the rankings? I hope so. I hope we can win. Once we win, that mean we would automatically go up there because we would have defeated the team. So I think we have the team to win. We definitely have the team to win, Is Chris Gayle announced his retirement as yet? Chris Gayle hasn't announced his retirement, but he will be playing in a Legends championship. I don't remember if it's in July. He's set to play in a Legends championship. He will be captaining it. That Darren Sammy and Dwayne Smith, they are set to play in that same team. But we haven't heard anything about him announcing as yet. Sports Bound West Indies team broke lot of record last night. Sports Bound, if we manage to get the semis and we face Australia, we always seem to be at them in crunch moments. As I said, West Indies, we can beat any team in this tournament right now. You know, Shanda Paulson dropped from West Indies test side, who will open with Craig Brathwaite. So it's gonna be Michael Louis, the opener from Leeward Islands. He was the top scorer. He scored, I think it was 600 and odd runs with an average of 40 odd. He will open. Sports at One this year CPL. I feel Odin, Kimo, Drake's going to perform well to get back in the team because places are still up for grabs. Yeah, I have said it before. You know, all these guys need to do is perform. You know, that's all they need to do is perform. The feeling need to improve. Tougher teams coming. Yep. By the way, I have to big up Supernova. He surely has been one of the most passionate, knowledgeable supporter of West Indies in the world. You are correct, man. You are correct. Supernova is always on point. You understand? Always supporting, and he goes around, and he really organized things. You know, whenever I'm on Sports Max, as I said, I don't spend a lot of my time on YouTube watching other stuff. I just put videos out. I spend most of my time watching football stuff. Believe it or not, I watch a lot of cricket, but I spend most of my time watching football. Whenever I'm on Sports Max watching Fazir Mohammed or the guys from Sports Max, you know, he's always in the comment section motivating people and talking and stuff like that. I say, Virat Kohli, your favorite. All right. Sports Bone, big question. Will Hetmyer play in this World Cup or he will be in the bench for the whole tournament? It doesn't matter if he's on the bench, you know. Doesn't matter if he's on the bench. What he needs to do is make sure that he's ready if the time comes. What will happen is that we might see him on the field a couple of times. He's excellent in the field. You know, we might see him coming out to do some work on the field for us. But you know, it's not a. I said this about Shamar Smith earlier. Shamar Smith. I said this about Shamar Joseph earlier. It's not about whether or not everybody will play. It's about getting that combination that will work. All right, but I'm just often like the comment on cricket games because I like the sport. All right. Insult comment. I try to be like that every time. All right. The tournament. All right. The World Cup is the best. This World Cup is the best. There is balance between bat and ball, and with the bowlers doing their thing, you are seeing the batsman technique looking poor. Sports at the Bone, you think Elaine Tham's era will be available next week? I heard that she sustained a injury. I think it's the same Achilles problem. So I'm not sure. I haven't seen any updates or anything like that. You know, I have said this before. I am not a specialist track and field coach, but not everybody is able to get out of you what one coach is able to get. You know, if you understand what I mean. And I have said it before. I will finish on this. I mean, it's track and field, but I'll probably finish on this since as you asked this track and field question. As I said, I'm not an expert, but when it comes on to track and field, they prepare athletes to peak to peak 2 times. Now, you know, you want your athletes peaking around World Championship, and you want your athletes peaking around the Olympics. You understand? Diamond leagues and the different leagues and national trials, you want them to push through and run good times, yes? But you're preparing your athletes to peak that time. Now everybody understands the science to that level to get people to perform at that level. When I talk about years in it, you know, the Stephen Francis and the Glenn Mills and these guys, you know, they are good. Walcott and all these other coaches coming up, they are pretty good. But it's not easy. You understand? It's not easy to prepare athletes like that. It's not easy to prepare athletes like that. You know? I don't remember what the plan is called. If I don't remember what the plan is called, but you prepare athletes like that, you know, it's not the easiest thing in the world. Salt and Butler are very dangerous at the top. If we can dismiss them both early, we can really pressure the middle order. Brook is also quite dangerous. I agree. Good morning. I guess it's morning where you are. Blessings. By the way, Sports with the Bone, Charles won good last night. I have to make note. Yeah, man, Charles played well, man. I mean, when I was watching, my friend and I we were still saying that, boy, move your foot and get closer to the ball. Don't stretch, don't drag the ball. But a man will play how a man play. The aim is to score runs. You understand? And it sure scored some runs. But we're going to leave it right here for now. We're going to leave it right here for now. I appreciate you all coming on. I thank you all for the support. Let me just highlight the last couple of comments. Probably won't get a chance to read them. But let me just highlight the last couple of comments. I am going to have to run out of here now. But once again, I appreciate you all. If you're passing through and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel. I mean, sometimes it's passionate, sometimes it's heated, but it's all about West Indies cricket. So shout out. Watch Sir Ian coming on. Tomorrow if we win the toss, what should we do? It depends on what's happening out there on the pitch. It depends on what's happening. You understand? England, they're a good team at chasing also, so it depends on what's happening on the day. But we're going to leave it right here so for now, my people. Hopefully before or after the game, well, going to have a couple of videos talking about a few things before the game, and hopefully after the game, well, the game's going to be finished in the night, so hopefully the following day we can do a live, and the live will be one that we all will be smiling because we would have secured victory. But thank you all for coming in. Thank you all for the support. If you have not yet subscribed, please remember to subscribe and continue to support the thing. Big up on yourself. Have a blessed night. Stay safe, everyone. And I will see you all tomorrow. Blessings.